The number one way to improve conversions on your emails, landing pages, websites, just your entire messaging is to write from the voice of the customer. So that essentially means you look at what your ideal customer is saying and you take what they're saying and what benefits, how they describe benefits, how they describe the problems, what they're saying, and you put that in your messaging. So when someone comes to your website or your landing page or reads an email, they are going to be familiar with it because it sounds like it's someone they know. It's like it sounds like them. So here's just an example. Headway. They have a landing page that says, "We make working with insurance easy and profitable. Headway makes the administrative burden of working with insurance from credentialing to claim submission and payment. We make the entire process seamless and stress-free." Um, so building a profitable practice while providing quality care. Practice what so it's really about they're talking to therapists. We don't have to worry about getting insurance and building a private practice is easy. But could this be stronger? We make working with insurance easy and profitable. Is that really the most compelling point? So, as an example, let's just say it was not performing well and we wanted to do some customer reviews. We would go to Trustpilot and say, okay, um, what is what do the people say on Headway? 4.2. Use Safari for the calls. Someone left a negative review. Headway is awesome. Streamline the credentialing and billing process. So here's a good example. Like they have pages and pages of reviews that a copywriter would look through, and you could even take each of these reviews, put it in the AI ChatGPT, and then let's say what are the common themes, what are some common phrases that people say, or you could go through yourself and say, okay, what are some really good gold nuggets and some things that people say over and over again about working at Headway. So Headway has been such an amazing resource. I recently switched from a private contractor as a group practice to private practice. Headway made that happen in record time, about 2 weeks, and their staff has been so helpful. So they take the headache out of billing, and it's run paid every 2 weeks. So we say Headway makes okay, so they make things happen in record time. We can go up and say, okay, here's another one. I'm loving using Headway. Trying to panel through insurances on my own was becoming so overwhelming, especially being in private practice. Headway made the process completely painless and was honestly way faster than I expected. I love that they had kept improving and adding more features to help streamline and ease the process of running private practice. Okay. So we hear streamline, record time, it's easy, um, one-stop shop. Um, so we could even there's a tool we could do and say, okay, streamline, like streamline, go back to reviews and say, okay, how can we write this to make this more customer focused, capture the voice of the customer? Obviously, this is an example, so we would look at way more than just 3 or 4 reviews, but this would give us a great head start so we can start focusing on conversion of like, what is that voice of that customer? How are they talking? And it's you would get this like this would be a great head start. So, yes. Um, and run your private record time without feeling overwhelmed. So that would be one. Um, you can say start. You can play around with this. Start your private practice in record time. Um, you can also in record time you get more specific. Say in less than 2 weeks without feeling overwhelmed. Um, um, but going back to the point, this is really a great start of like, how would you do your research about the customer? You could look at competitors, but if your company you're writing for, or even if you're the founder of a company, you're like, okay, our landing page is not converting, our email's not converting. What what are like some of what are your customers? What are their personas? So like persona of like, are they the stressed out therapist? Um, you're going to create personas of like which ones are different, and then you're going to pull from them from these reviews, and you're going to use that to write compelling headlines and copy that really grabs them and hooks them. And that is how you would really write from the voice of the customer and write copy that's going to convert. So give that a try. If you like that, subscribe.